spin.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome today to another edition of the NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode, race number 2 of 33 on the season for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, Season 2 for the NASCAR Xfinity Series to be exact. Coming in off a second place finish at Daytona last night, Anthony Alfredo was able to get the win in the season opener, locking himself into the playoffs, assuming we don't get more than 12 different winners again this season. Remember, we had 15 last year, so by no means is that going to lock him in necessarily, but you never know. It could very well do so. We had 6 different winners in the first 6 races before getting our first repeat winner last season, so we'll see how many races in a row we could go this season. It's the Boyd Gaming 300 at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content as we're about to hop into this 300-mile, 200-lap race here tonight. So Kyle Larson fan, welcome to the stream, and welcome everybody else just tuning in here for the first time. Matt Mills, the only driver dropping to the rear for the start of the race. It looks like CJ McLaughlin looked pretty good in practice, but Justin Allgaier did not. Again, no practice or qualifying for Schneider, so he'll be starting 35th with just the lone driver of Mills dropping back to the rear. 95 on the engine power, another upgrade in the departments going into this race here today. We'll see what they can bring. Green flag is in the air. Harrison Burton leads the field with the green.
All clear.
Takes it 3 wide on the initial start. Gains a couple positions in turns 1 and 2. DB Forever 85, welcome to the stream as well.
Car high, careful there. Alright.
Ranger Jones going to lead lap 1 at the start-finish line. Schneider going all the way down to the apron through the tri-oval to get underneath of Landon Castle in the 89 car.
Outside. Alright, you're clear.
95 on the engine, 90 on the aero, 85 on the suspension. Upgrade that suspension to a 90 will be the next upgrade in the department we're going to be looking for. Now the upper groove this time for turns 3 and 4. That almost allows Landon Castle to get underneath, and boy, that was close. Chase Briscoe won this race last season. That was the last time Chase Briscoe has gone to victory lane in the NASCAR Xfinity Series on this career mode. It has been exactly 1 year, 1 season since Briscoe's gone to victory lane. He was consistent last year with that 1 win, won the regular season championship. So he still had a decent amount of playoff points. It was enough to still get into the championship 4. Finished runner-up in the standings. Kind of got up to 31st. He passed 4 cars in the initial start. He stalled out 31st for the moment.
Wow.
So a lot of strategy play in the fall race. The one in the playoffs, that is. Last time we were at Las Vegas. He had a good day that day. Finished 4th. Tony, welcome to the stream. This is the last stream before I head out to Dover tomorrow, by the way. Heading out tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. sharp. Bring the PS4 along as always, just in case I can get a stream in, but no guarantees. Talladega we weren't able to. It's pretty much like if it randomly rains at some point, that would be like the only way I'd do something, because we wouldn't be able to do anything outside. We'd be kind of trapped inside. It's the only reason I bring it. Good run into the trial.
Keep hitting your mark. It'll keep getting better.
Began to come around there. David Starr, he's starting to get a pretty good run into turns 1 and 2. He's a little on the tight side still. They might have to loosen him up a little bit. bad thing about no practice or qualifying entering into this race.
Hold your line. You got one outside.
Logan Miller, welcome to the stream.
All right, you're clear.
Down to the apron for the tri-oval, trying to stay underneath the 61 of Austin Hill. That's enough to help him stay underneath him. After turns 1 and 2, trying to get a run. David Starr takes it 3 wide. Schneider's in the middle, contact with Starr. He's still 3 wide into turn 3. Austin Hill really squeezed the 99 down. He had nowhere to go.
Inside. Clear low there.
David Starr sliding all the way up the racetrack.
All right, you're clear there.
Right back underneath him again. And again goes down to the apron for the trial. And we've seen Schneider do that a lot tonight.
Careful, still there.
Ross Chastain to the lead into turn 3, our second different leader now of the race. Here's Burt started on the pole. He did not lead a lap though. Brandon Jones was able to lead the first 8 laps rather. Now Chastain just like his first lap. Definitely feel this 99 car has got a lot more straightaway speed. You just can't get back to the gas as soon as he wants. He's battling a little bit of a tight race now. Won't be a racetrack here at Las Vegas, so there will be a decent amount of tire wear. I'd have to assume at least caution's out for the first time today. So we're going to get our first caution of the race. Mike Harmon, CJ McLaughlin is going to pit. And everybody else staying out. Oh, looks like Brandon Jones has crashed. Jones was sitting backwards in turn 4. So that'll be our first caution of the day, and it only took 10 laps. So lap 10, we have our first caution. Looks like Brandon Jones is going to be done for the day already.
Be ready.
Green flag back in the air at Vegas. The driver who led the opening laps of the race is now done for the day after a crash in turn 4.
All right, you're clear there.
32 laps to go, stage 1. Oh, that is way in the back right now.
Car outside.
Starting
Hold on.
26th. I'm just hoping this car loosens up on its own on the long run as well. As these tires start to wear out and slide around this
Still there.
track that's, again, not necessarily cheese grater on tires necessarily, but it does wear out the tires pretty well.
Outside. Got a car
I was
out.
thankful, I'm sure, that he was able to restart in that bottom lane again. Look at how much ground it's already gained him.
You got room. You're clear.
Shoots on by Tommy Joe Martins. Martins gets back underneath him, kind of moves the 99 up the track a little bit. Martin's still there, and there's more contact. Now the 3 wide after the contact between the 44 and the 99 that the 92 of Williams was able to get under both of them and get around both of them.
Still there.
They cleared Schneider. Schneider going to try that middle to upper group through 1 and 2. Giving them a pretty good drive off, I'd have to imagine. Enough to clear Tommy Joe Martins, get back to the inside of Josh Williams into turn 3.
Got one peeking outside. You're all clear up top.
Hooked the white line beautifully that time through turns 1 and 2. Look at how much.
Got one outside now.
Excuse me. Frog my throat there for a second. Once Brandon Brown got caught. 3 and 4. Brown's holding that outside pretty good, and that's what's allowing him to kind of keep up there with Schneider. Goes down to the apron. Ooh, still side by side with the 68. Sends it into the corner. He's now in the top 20 for the first time today. Aggressively moving forward here in stage 1. I figure out where he can gain the most time, maybe get back into the gas a little bit sooner. It's a lot easier to do that with this package in the Xfinity Series versus what you see maybe the package in the Cup Series. They don't lift as much. Higher downforce on the intermediate racetracks. Michael Turner and Diamond Jeff welcome to the stream.
Car high, careful there.
Sends it into 3 and 4. He's going to get around Jesse Little. Chad Pinchon off to a good start today at 17. Had a great run, especially late at Daytona last night as well.
Stay on the bottom. Top 3, use it if you need it.
Gave up a lot on corner entry, really arced it off to try and beat those guys back to the gas behind him. They raced side by side as well. He's trying to kind of pull away a little bit from those guys as he tries to continue and hopefully get some stage points here in stage 1. Again, progressively moving his way forward. I'm sure he'd like to move forward a little bit quicker. Still have a little bit over half the stage remaining though. Backing up turns, he backs up turns 3 and 4 a lot better than what he backs up turns 1 and 2. Another one down to the apron. That was to try and not only take that little bit of a shortcut, but Nemechek looked like he was going to try to go down and side draft him, but once Schneider went below the apron, Nemechek couldn't do it. And we'll also pass Justin Haley with a little slide job off the exit of turn 2 and up inside the top 15 now for Keegan Schneider. He's going to slide up the track. He's really getting that car to cut a little bit better. Licky's got a little damage probably from that Brandon Jones accident.
Outside.
Damage is on the front of Josh Galicki's race car. Schneider to 14. Ross Chastain missed the playoffs, didn't win a single race last year. He finished runner-up a few times last season. Most of them were in the first half of the year as well. Chastain's tried to go to victory lane here today. It's all over Noah Gregson. Gregson trying to block. Schneider just gets underneath him off turn 2. Trying to side draft Gregson down the back straightaway and hold with him. There it is. There's the side draft. Pulls him back enough. Sends it into 3 and 4.
Hold your line. Got one outside.
And he'll clear Gregson for 13. Just past halfway through the tire run. 21 laps to go. Stage 1 will alternate through the different camera angles for the first time in the race today. Choppy in the corners. It's a little bit bumpier in turns 1 and 2 than what it is in turns 3 and 4. You've seen it here as well. Just feel the bumps. A lot of the bumpier racetracks, as far as the intermediate tracks go, are at the beginning of the season. Las Vegas, Auto Club, and Atlanta, all in a 4-race stretch. Really backs up turns 3 and 4. To run off turn 4, Alex LeMay might have a little bit of damage on the front of his car as well, likely from that accident earlier. Down to the apron through the tri-oval. And it cuts it enough. Clears Alex LeMay into turn 1. Comes it down low despite that awkward angle into the corner. That is the disadvantage of trying to take the apron through the front stretches. It doesn't give you the best corner entry. Getting into turns 1 and 2. Can't quite work it out as wide as you maybe like. Just got to adapt to it on the fly, really. Trickle, welcome to the stream. It's all over Ray Black Jr. for 11th. Peaks low. Surprised the leaders haven't caught lap traffic yet. I know we had that one caution back at lap 10. It's still quite a ways before Chastain would even catch it until the lap traffic is done. Massive run in 3 and 4, trying to just drive it deep down on that white line. He slides up the track, but not into the 51, enough to side draft and take a little bit of the air off the left rear corner panel, off that rear spoiler of the 51. Stay alongside of him. There's a slide job into turns 1 and 2. Clements gets him back to the gas, pulls that right rear back out a little bit. Great battle for 10th as they're still side by side. His side drafts and sends it deep into 3 and 4. Jeremy Clements still on the top lane. Schneider finally is clear off turn 4. For the first time today, he's inside the top 10. In position to get some stage points. Scored 19 stage points last night at Daytona, 18 stage points last night at Daytona. He finished second in both stages. And second in the race. That gives him a 6-point points lead going into the second race of the year, but obviously still early in the season.
Careful, go back.
Slides up in line behind Ryan Sieg. A run on Sieg going off into turns 3 and 4. Sieg trying that middle upper groove. Schneider's underneath him off turn 4. Can't quite clear him. Go to the apron now to try and get away from Sieg. Not allow Sieg to side draft him. And a little bit of a shortcut is allowing Schneider to clear Ryan Sieg now for 8th place. Trevor Grimes, welcome to the stream. That right front's starting to wear out quite a bit on the 99 of Schneider. Considerable. Enough to where I don't think he's going to make it to the end of the stage. Driving as hard as he is. He's gone down to the apron about 7 or 8 times in stage 1 as well. He usually doesn't like to do it too early in the race, but he has here today, being very aggressive. Trying to get inside the top 10 to get himself in position to get stage points with. Let me see. It's coming at a cost. A little bit more. Not to get back to the gas super either. I mean, just all the way around, he's going to have to lift a little bit more. 10 laps to go still in stage 1. Might have a shot to catch Harrison Burton and Anthony Alfredo for 6th and 7th. Alfredo's off to a great start this season. At 6th right now. He won at Daytona last night.
Your tires are getting pretty bad.
Series this weekend at Dover is good. Yeah, I did see that right before I went live. I was on the NASCAR app and I saw that was one of the headlines currently. There were a few drivers that ended up getting it last year in the Cup Series and the Cup Series regulars too. Kind of figured we might see that again this season. Foster Johnson shot to make the playoffs.
Take care of the tires.
Definitely impacted him. Didn't impact Austin Dillon at all because Dillon had that win before that. If the race really any harder, he was still going to be in the playoffs. Schneider's backing off quite a bit now. Trying to save that right front tire. He was chewed up quite a bit already. Remember, he blew a left front tire at Las Vegas last season in the playoff race. There's 32nd, 4 laps down in this very race. Second race of the year at Las Vegas.
On the outside now. Clear high, bud.
Last season as well, but he's really lifting a little bit extra. Trying to nurse that right front tire. Doesn't want to turn that wheel too much. Still 6 laps to go in the stage. He's got a long ways to go to make it to the end. Back it off maybe a little bit more. Gotta be frustrating though because he's still gaining on Harrison Burton and Anthony Alfredo.
Your tires are getting pretty bad.
And you gotta think big picture.
Five to go. You got
5 laps to go, stage 1. He's backing out really early that time in turns 1 and 2. He's really trying not to turn that car too much. Anthony Alfredo just caught a lap car. This is a run for Schneider into the corner. Oh, he drove it in deep. Almost got into the side of the 20. That used up a lot of the right front. That might not have been a wise decision. Splitting the lap car 3 wide off turn 4 to get around Alfredo for 7th place. 4 laps to go in stage 1. Schneider used a lot of that right front up in turns 1 and 2 that last lap. A lot better through 1 and 2 that time, though.
outside. You're all clear up top.
He's going to have a chance to get around Alfredo. He's going to go high. Schneider's really trying to back these corners up. 3 to go at the line. Hopefully he didn't wait too long to save that right front. Sadly, I think he did. He's underneath Anthony Alfredo for 6th place into turn 1.
Easy on the tires, driver.
Backing out of the gas super early.
Hold your line. Got 1 outside.
Way out of the gas again there through turns 3 and 4. Side drafts to 21. 2 laps to go at the line. That right front is getting really low. Schneider's all the way out of the gas. He is going to sacrifice every stage point he's got. He's going to sacrifice a lot of track position doing this as well. But he desperately has to save that right front tire.
Car high, careful there.
That right front tire was not going to make it. He's going to sacrifice all of his stage points. Look at all these guys checking up for him. He doesn't want to go to the apron and risk blowing it down there either. He just waited too long to start saving that tire. He's going to learn his lesson the hard way.
Car there on the outside.
He is going to make it, though, without blowing a right front. To the end of stage 1. Ross Chastain is going to win stage 1 here tonight at Las Vegas.
Car high, careful there.
So a good win in that opening stage for Chastain. Schneider, who is running in 6th, sacrifices all of his stage points to make it to the end of the stage on that right front tire. He's going to finish 20th in stage 1, was again deserving of about 6th place, but didn't want to blow the right front. There are only 20 cars on the lead lap, so he literally backed it down as much as he could. Brandon Brown will get the free pass at the stage break, and now 4 fresh tires will be going on this 99 car. You're going to take a half a round of wedge out of the race car as well. It's going to be the only adjustments on the 99 team. Nobody takes the wave around.
We're going green.
Everybody comes to pit road to get their first set of tires today. Green flag back in the air. Ross Chastain after winning stage 1 will lead the field back to the green.
Still there. Got one outside now.
So that wedge adjustment's going to take a little less stress on the right front. He's going to try not to go to the apron too many times as well. Stage 2.
Still there. Inside. Clear low.
3 by 3 through the middle of the pack. Ross Chastain will lead the opening lap of stage 2. Almost some contact between Joe Nemechek and Justin Haley.
Looking inside now.
Nemechek falls in line behind Haley off turn 2 that time.
Got a car coming inside now.
Just enough on the bottom for Cesar Baccarillo to get underneath him. Get around him now for 18th.
Keep hitting your mark. You'll keep getting better.
Schneider's fastest lap of the race, 31.863 that last time by. So you know this adjustment's already clicking this race car up. That's a good sign for things to come. Especially with it only being stage 2. Stay right there on the 90. Got back to the gas a little too soon. Didn't have to lift any extra, but he slides up the track enough that Chad Fincham is going to pass him for position now as well. 19. A little bit back to the free pass car breaking ground now. Trying to lose another spot.
Car there on the outside. All right, clear outside.
Got 8 people watching this stream currently. Thanks for everybody tuning in here tonight. Had a great season opener at Daytona for season 2 of the Xfinity Series portion of the career mode. Hopefully we can win the championship this time around so we can move up the Cup Series next
Got a
season.
car low now. Clear low.
I have faith that we can definitely do it. I didn't have faith until the very end of last season. It was too little, too late. We missed the championship 4 by just 7 points. We're looking for more playoff points this year. Finished second in both stages and the race last night at Daytona. Finished 20th in stage 1. That's because he was about to blow a right front tire, so he got way out of the gas and nursed it. He was in 6th at the time. He did not want to blow a right front because that would have happened. That damage would have likely stayed on the car the rest of the race. There was no way on a right front tire he was going to be able to repair that damage under our 5-second damage clock. Hopefully loosening the car up is going to take a little less stress out of it. Should take more stress out of the right car. Less stress. We wanted to have less stress, but in order to do that, we got to take more stress out. That makes sense. Makes sense to me now that I clarify. Chastain's led a lot in this race, though. He led the majority of the laps off that last restart back in stage 1.
Got a car low now.
And he's trying to get around the lap car of Josh Williams. Williams in the free pass position, trying to stand from the Joe Rapp Jr.
car high, careful there. Careful, still there. Car on the outside now. All right, you're clear.
Slide. That time he gets around the lap car finally. And Joe Graff is going to look inside off turn 2 on Josh Williams as well. Thought to be side by side into 3 and 4. Williams can't get down low. He couldn't, but then Joe Graff kind of tucks in line right on that left rear corner panel and didn't go all the way to the inside with the slide job. And Jeffrey Earnhardt is starting to close in on both those drivers. It's a 3-car battle now for the free pass position. Got only 1 caution per incident way back at lap 10 when Brandon Jones crashed out of the race. Leading the first few laps. Something else I looked at, so we led the most laps at Daytona last night. We led 33 laps. We led just 212 laps all last season. I mean, we've gone to one of our best tracks, probably one of the best tracks that we'll see this season at Atlanta here in a few races. That was where Schneider got his first career Xfinity win last season in the 5th race of the year. Remember, he didn't win another race after that for another 20 races, so I expect him to compete for a win there and likely lead even more laps. I mean, I'm not saying we're going to do this, but we could very well lead over 100 laps in the first 5 races of the season, which is a massive, massive improvement from last year to this year. It's just in a 5-race sample size compared to, where we were on speed for most of the season. Going stage 2, so not quite halfway through the second stage. Schneider against second to last car, seems to have a lead lap or 2. Next race of the season will be at Fontana, California at the Auto Club Speedway. Very, very bumpy 2-mile racetrack. Then we go to Phoenix and Atlanta in the next 3 races. I believe after Atlanta we go to Homestead. I'd be shocked if Schneider has anywhere close to a winless streak like he had last season in between his first and second win, which is 20 races long. Wait and see. Have to assume the favorite for the championship, at least to start the year, has got to be Harrison Burton after not only winning the championship last season, but again winning 6 races as well. 5 in the first 13, but he just couldn't win another race till that championship race at Phoenix. A long time. Almost eerily similar to how Kyle Busch was back in 2019 in the Cup Series. He won 5 races all season. They won 4 in the first 13. I think that was like 4 in the first 13 races. Didn't win another race until the championship race at Homestead. Crazy. Back up the back row. There's Chase Briscoe to the lead for the first time here tonight.
Stay high up here.
Chase Briscoe won this race last year. We have not had the same driver win a stage so far in the first 3 stages this year as well.
Hold your line, stay high. Got one down low now.
Kind of went around the high side to get around back row if he makes it. That wedge adjustment was definitely the way to go in this race car because it was a little tight at the beginning of the race. It's not really tight at all right now. The car will only start to free up sooner into the run and just as we get into the run in general. Free up, help that race car get even quicker. You need something for the leaders outside of tire strategy. He did a great job saving those tires at the end of stage 1, but obviously he had to sacrifice 5 stage points to do it. He doesn't want to do that if he can help it, considering he'll likely be running for the regular season championship this year. He's going to get every point he can get. Got tight when he got right onto that right rear corner panel of Chad Fincham. Couldn't get there to side draft Fincham, but he got in line right behind him.
Still there.
The car just pushed so far tight when he tried to get back to the gas.
Still there.
Whoa, slides off turn 2. Fincham trying to block him down the back straightaway now. Trying to really crossover through 3 and 4. He wants to get around Fincham fast. Slides up the track. Fincham trying to side draft him again. Schneider's going to the apron this time. He didn't want to do it in stage 2, but Fincham's battling him so hard. He doesn't want that 13 car to side draft him anymore. Finally, he clears him. Drives it deep into turns 1 and 2. No chance at a crossover whatsoever. Schneider hits his marks. 21 laps to go here, stage 2. We'll alternate through the different camera angles one final time here in tonight's race over the next 6 laps. And it continues to try and mow down these leaders. Mile and a half for the strong suit for Schneider at the beginning of the year. Periodically in the middle of the season, but a lot at the end of the year as well. Wants to improve on that if he can. If not, just win the same. Maybe obviously win a little bit more, considering he only had 1 win out of it. He competed in a lot of others, especially in those final 3 mile and a half races that were in the playoffs. Las Vegas, Kansas, and Texas finished 6th or better in all 3 of those races. Didn't get a win to show for it. Black Ace, welcome to the stream. How do you feel about the truck in the Xfinity? I don't know what you're talking about. Talking about like running trucks and Xfinity on the same track at the same time? They're not going to do that. There's no way they would do that. There is a speed differential. They would impede with each other's races so much too. Like if NASCAR were to run multiple series on the same track, like you look at how much of a wreck fest most of the truck races are. I mean that would just impede with the Xfinity series, whoever they're racing with. Let's say even for the Cup, whatever. I feel like they would impede with it so much they'd have to throw so many full course cautions.
Careful, go back.
Xfinity cars into one stage. That doesn't make it. I have not heard anything about that. That's new news to me. I'll have to look into it after the stream. That is new news to me. Is it like a rumor thing, or is that something that they've actually came out and announced today?
Stay on the bottom here.
Rumors are one thing. I just don't see it. I hope they don't do it. He's burning that right front tire off again. Even earlier this time than what he did in the last stage, which is just mind-boggling considering that loosened the car up.
Still there?
Ran on the apron this much.
Clear all around that.
All three of the next-gen cars look good, manufacturer-wise. They all look pretty good. Snyder's not in any sort of position to get any stage points. Currently, Chase Briscoe leads with 12 laps to go in stage 2. Snyder's at 14. Lap times have picked up. Oh, so you're talking like one specific car? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know. I'll have to look into it. I haven't heard anything about it. Well, Schneider found out last stage that he was not saving enough at the very end of the stage. He doesn't want to have to back it out that much. He's nowhere near as close to the leaders, of course, and he's at 14, so he doesn't have as far back to fall. Trying to lift a little bit extra in these corners. Himself out a little bit more.
You're gonna blow a tire soon.
Yeah, you would just think that Schneider has been saving his tires more in this stage. In the last stage, but
Outside.
looking at the actual tire wear itself, I wouldn't think that that's the case. Jamie McMurray, welcome to the stream. Jamie Mac back.
You got room, you're clear there. See if we can manage our tire wear a little, okay?
See Briscoe on the stage. We haven't had a caution for incident in stage 2 at all either. One in stage 1. We haven't had a caution for incident in a while, considering that the only caution was back on lap 10 in the entire race. We get to the end of the stage, got another caution for incident. That'll already be about 80 laps. By the time we go green to start the final stage, yeah, it'll be about 80 laps. Snyder's trying to lift and save that right front. For some reason, he is just chewing that right front up even more now than what he did earlier today in stage 1. I just don't understand how. We've done, I felt like, a better job of trying to manage the tires throughout this stage where before we were just run hard. Yeah, again, Ace, I'll have to look at that truck. Where'd you get the news from? Because I had never even heard it. Like, where'd you see the picture? Is it something?
You're all clear up top there. Go easy on the
Somebody
tire.
random posted? Because that's what I feel like it would be. I just don't buy into it. One of those I don't believe until I see it kind of things. Snowman Dude 22, welcome to the stream. Wow. Ty Gibbs led 125 out of 125 laps in the ARCA race.
We're going to need those tires to last.
Insane. I didn't even know ARCA was racing this weekend at Dover. Funny how they're racing, I haven't even left my house yet. I'm I'm going to the Cup race this weekend, trust me. Just not leaving until tomorrow morning. I'll only be there for the Cup race. Somebody is up in smoke on the pit road. Looks like David Starr. Starr was an issue. 6 laps to go in stage 2. We do stay green. 5 laps to go in stage this time by. Tell you what, Ty Gibbs is insane.
Your tires are getting pretty bad.
Kid can drive the wheels off a race car. Never made a truck start, didn't have to. Going straight into the Xfinity Series. He deserves it, obviously.
5 to go, this time by.
He's only in the ARCA Series because he could run full time. He wouldn't have been able to run full time with the Xfinity crowd. This year, at least. Too young. Still beating up on him, man.
We're going to need those tires to last, driver.
He's done a little bit better job trying to manage that right front.
Got one up top. All right, you're clear.
Maybe, I don't know. 4 laps to go yet, stage 2.
Inside.
Battling Ray Black Jr. for 12. Not trying to really battle him, though. Black's almost just kind of getting in the way. They're just trying to back these corners up. No stage points tonight for Keegan Schneider at all in stage 1 or stage 2.
Watch those tires. You're all clear on top there.
Just took a math test while watching race. Hopefully you pass. They did a good grade on it.
Here you go, driver.
2 laps to go, stage 2.
You're gonna blow tires, dude.
White flag in the air, 1 lap to go now in stage 2 this time for Chase Briscoe. So Chastain dominated stage 1. It'll be Chase Briscoe dominating stage 2.
All right, let's go. White flag.
Final lap of the stage for Schneider. He's just going to coast it. Not blow that right front to try to stay out of trouble as well. Ray Black Jr. is coming in hot.
See if we can manage our tire wear a
He's going to
little,
go all the way down to the bottom here. Won't completely out of the gas. Same thing he did last stage. Just has not managed that tire wear well tonight. I think this is the only track he struggled trying to manage the tires. All last season he did pretty good outside of the playoff Vegas race when he blew left front. Today's that right front tire that is wearing out quite a bit. Pretty sure I got a C. Hey, as long as you like it and your parents like it, C's are alright. Chad Fincham will get the free pass at 19th at the stage break. Caution free through stage 2. Schneider's going to try a little bit of strategy here. He's going to take right side tires only. He's going to pit. Just trying to conserve tires more than anything. No adjustments on the 99 car as well. So this will give him 2.5 sets left the rest of the race. He'll restart 6, gaining 11 spots on pit road with taking right sides. Chastain, who finished second in stage 2 after winning stage 1, will restart from the lead, winning the race off pit road on Chase Briscoe. Green flag back in the air at Las Vegas. Stage 3 underway, 107 to go. 10 people watching now. Thanks for everybody tuning in here on this Friday night.
Car there on the inside.
Trying to go 3 wide to the top, getting around the 18 of Riley Hurts. Still got 2 tires though. Briscoe didn't take off well at all either, and I think that helped Hurts up quite a bit. Schneider's got to run down the back straightaway. Just barely gets in front of Anthony Alfredo into turns 3 and 4. And they're 3 wide with Burton on the top back there. It's like Austin Cindric's trying to go for his first lead of the race all over the back bumper of Chastain. And Schneider somehow on the inside of Chase Briscoe for 4th. They're taking just 2 right side tires under that last stop. And now that we're up to speed, now you're seeing the difference. Schneider's banking on there being a caution at some point here before the next set of stops. That's why he went with right side only. It'll be a brilliant strategy if we get a caution. He needs to get some sort of green flag laps out of this first one. Again, that gives him 2.5 sets left the rest of the race. That is the strategy point here. Darius Marine, welcome to the stream. This team's still holding off Cindric.
Got one outside now.
Again, has not led at all yet today, but he's in second currently. Maybe a shot.
Car there on the outside. Car high, careful there.
I feel my nose is starting to get a little stuffy now as this race gets deeper into the stream. My allergy medication's finally wearing off. It says I take Zyrtec, and it says it works for 24 hours. I took it last night after we got done streaming at 11:15, right before I went to bed. They lied. They gave me 22 hours relief, not 24.
Careful, still there.
So if you guys hear my voice going through a change here in the final stage, that would probably be why. I think there'll be a little bit more out of that mouth than what we the story is. 24 hours relief. I should sue them. I should sue Zyrtec and tell them that it only gave me 22 hours of relief, not 24. I want the full 24. I go to bed at the same time every night, so I don't want to suffer my last 2 hours of awakeness every night because this allergy medication runs out.
Got one inside. Got one up top.
False advertisement. Sue them for false advertisement. Jackman Attack, welcome to the stream. Finals are over. Gonna eat a donut. There you go. Oh yeah, that's right. I guess it is the end of the school year. Probably retest. Earnhardt checked up off turn 2 behind Justin Allgaier. Cindric, by the way, was able to... Well, he did get to the lead, but he didn't lead the lap. Chastain was still able to lead the lap at the line. Schneider's a little bit looser taking right side tires. Really no surprise there with the super old left side tires. Left bumps at 34% at the start of the stage. After 6 laps, it was worn off 10%.
Careful, still there.
Just banking on there being a caution at some point here, and then we'll take 4 fresh tires under the next caution. And we'll give them a set and a half left the rest of the race. Remember in the playoff race, we didn't have many cautions in the entire race. We only have had 1 for incident all night tonight as well, and we're halfway home. That caution came back at lap 10. So we have had 90 laps of racing without a caution for incident. Quite a long ways here. Again, that was Brandon Jones that brought up that first accident. Somebody else DNF'd, I think that was David Starr at the end of stage 2. That was up in smoke, that blew an engine. There are 2 drivers out of the race, but we didn't get a caution for that. We did get a caution for the spin crash of Brandon Jones while he was in the top 5. Again, led laps early on. You led the first 8 laps of the race. Chase Briscoe now to the lead. DRG, welcome to the stream. Miss Daytona, what happened? Finished in second. Came really close to winning that race in the season opener. They're all over the back of Alfredo. Couldn't get around him that last lap. We didn't get around Burton. Started the final lap at 3rd. We just couldn't get around Alfredo too. We finished second in both stages as well, so still no playoff points for us this season through 1 race. And as far as tonight goes, no stage points at all for Schneider. Had a chance. He was 6th place at the end of stage 1 on overall speed. And he was 12th place at the end of stage 2 on overall speed. But he finished 20th and 17th in both stages because he backed way out of the gas trying to save the right front tire. They're chewing up that right front quite a bit today. Schneider's really hoping he doesn't have to pit under green. Otherwise, this is not going to be a good strategy whatsoever. The 99 team, excuse me. He took 2 right side tires only during the last pit stop to try and conserve the amount of tires they have. Giving him 2.5 sets left in the rest of the race. But now we are just past halfway. So it would be a brilliant strategy call if we get a caution soon. If we don't get a caution, though, this is going to hurt him. He's going to have to pit under green much earlier. He'll go a lap down. He likely won't even be in the free pass position either by the time everything cycles through, because he'll have to take 4 tires into the next stop anyway.
Stay high, stay high.
So those left sides are getting pretty old now. 16% on the left front, left rear at 26. So we're pretty much just monitoring the left front tire to see where it's going to be at on tire wear. 15% now. You could probably go
easy on the tires.
It's tough to say for sure how many laps. Anywhere between probably 6 to 10 more laps he can go. He is desperately hoping for another quick caution. He's either going to look like a fool or he's going to look brilliant here. One or the other. Just the strategy calls throughout a race for any team just to gain that slightest advantage, and that's the advantage they're looking for here is extra tires. Because the idea is get the caution pit for 4. You know, if everybody else could so be, you still have that extra, set of right sides. Then if you have to pit again to the end of the race, you're going to take right sides only, knowing the left sides can likely make it to the finish, or at least close to it. And then either a late caution or, depending on another caution would time out for to take the right side before the 4 tires. Right? That's ideally the plan here for the 99. 4 tire stop at the end of stage 1, the 2 tire stop at the end of stage 2, then a 4 tire, 2 tire, 4 tires, ideally what he's looking for here. Haven't really been able to see multiple strategies today. Again, we only have 1 caution per incident. Even at the stage 2 break, Schneider's willing to try it. Might come back to haunt him. Now we got Dick Tickle welcome to the stream. We got Dick Trickle and Dick Tickle. Oh boy. Still don't get that confused with Dick Trickle.
You're gonna blow a tire, dude.
91 laps to go at Vegas. Schneider. He wore out that left front quite a bit in that corner. Got really loose on corner entry into turn 1. When he hit that apron, it immediately went down 1%.
Gotta take care of the tires.
And he just went down another percent. Same thing in 3 and 4. The car's just starting to turn a little bit too much now. Probably only go a couple more laps before having to pit. 90 to go. Try the outside. Let's get around that 92 car. He should be able to stay out this time by at least. Hopefully the next lap as well. The high side's going to help him not turn the car as much as well. Might help that left front a little bit. There he is. Stays out another lap. 89 laps to go. He's hoping he can go one more after this to 88 to go before he has to pit. Not impossible that everything can cycle through. Schneider doesn't get a caution before he pits. That's ideally what he's going to want, is just to go through the green flag pit stops and then get a caution.
Alright,
Everything again comes back back
Easy
around.
on the tires, driver.
And actually, since moving up to the outside, he's been saving that left front a lot more. It looks like he should be able to go at least one more lap now to 87 to go. He's really taking it one lap at a time at this point. Guys into the middle to get around Cesar Baccarello, who ran the outside. Kind of took his line away from him a little bit there, so Schneider again stays out. 86 to go at the line this time. A little too loose, tuned up that left front a little bit more in turns 1 and 2 that time. Schneider gonna try to risk it one more? I don't think he is. Schneider's gonna bring it onto pit road this time. Coming to 86 laps to go. Currently 86 to go for the leaders. 4 fresh tires, full tank of fuel here.
Your tire went down.
Oh, and he blew the left front coming into pit road, and he speeds.
Black flag, black flag.
Oh, double whammy there on Schneider and his crew. And for the second Las Vegas race in a row, Schneider has blown a left front trying to make it in. And the two-tire strategy not only fails, but it just crashes and burns right now. So he was already going to go one lap down with the strategy. Now he's going to lose a second lap due to the speeding penalty. No further adjustments on the 99 car, and he needs to hope that this thing cycles through to at least get one of those laps back. Oh, this is just brutal. He's having a good, comfortable race. He tried the strategy, and it just didn't work at all.
The pit, hammer down.
Went up in flames, that's for sure. Back to 21st. Maybe he can make up enough time to get both laps back now that he's got 4 fresh tires, and that's possible. But that speeding penalty definitely made it a lot harder. Let's see. CNN Real News Sports, welcome to the stream. Caution! Oh, that could have been worse timing for Schneider. Schneider just pitted 2 laps prior, and this was the caution he needed. That is unbelievable. That could have been a worse timing yellow. Now he's still got the damage he can't repair after blowing the left front. It doesn't look like all the lead lap cars are going to pit here either. I mean, he's got to stay out. Free pass goes to Brandon Brown. And not everybody on the lead lap's pitting, so he's not going to be able to take the wave around. He's going to restart 21st still, and now everybody's got fresh tires behind him. I mean, this is just only going from bad to worse here for Schneider.
Ready? Green flag, green flag.
All he had to do was go 2 extra laps. Made a green flag back in the air. Problem is he couldn't go 2 extra laps. Maybe if he would have jumped to the outside sooner, he might have saved that left front even longer. He didn't go to the top until those last couple laps, and it was buying him just a couple more laps then alone.
Stay out the bottom.
Green flag is back in the air. Top 5 all stayed out of the pits. Heavy damage on the left side of the car though for Schneider, really tightening the 99 up quite a bit.
Outside. Car outside.
Obviously way too soon to pit again as well.
Still there.
We'll keep fighting to the end, but this can't be good.
clear high.
Las Vegas has not been Schneider's racetrack on this career mode. For the Xfinity Series, at least. Truck Series, he won. Xfinity Series, 32nd, 4 laps down. 2 laps down, dropping back to 24th. That's as far back as he's been since the very beginning of the race.
Outside.
Been really anywhere from 6th to 15th for most of the day.
Car high, careful.
Yeah, just 1 second further on the
Got
tail
one
of
peeking
the
outside.
Michael Annette jumps to the lead for the first time today, likely the first driver on 4 fresh tires again. Track position.
3 wide, you're in the middle. Car high, careful there. Car high, careful.
Another caution. A quick one, too. And everybody that stayed out under the last yellow is going to pit right now. Because they all fell outside the top 10 quickly. So, to add insult to injury on the 99 team, they tried the strategy, it failed. And now we not only get 1 caution, but we get 2 cautions in less than 10 laps after Schneider hit pit road. Schneider hit pit road with 86 to go. I mean, that could have been worse timing. He wasn't far off on the strategy, but just that little bit off cost him not 1 but 2 laps and damage to the race car with blowing the left front tire. He would have only lost 1 lap and likely could have gotten a free pass already, but wasn't the case. Green flag back in the air. Now nobody is 1 lap down. Everybody's 2 laps down or less, so the free pass, or sorry, 2 laps down or more, so the free pass will go
Still there.
to the highest placed driver who is 2 laps down now. Well, it's not the actual case in the real NASCAR, but it is in this game from what I've noticed. It's not impossible. The problem is Schneider's got old tires and a damaged car, so he can't even really keep up with the guys he's racing around currently. If he can. 1 caution will get him 1 lap back. He needs 2 cautions to get back on the lead lap 3. Restart back up there with the rest of the leaders. He's still got a set and a half of tires left. 73 laps to go. Everybody still has to pit 1 more time to the finish as well. Didn't really see hardly anybody pit that time. Also, Billy Kramer, OG Mar, welcome to the stream. Michael Annette leads here tonight in Las Vegas. Not going to be able to block Tommy Gilmartin off. He does stay low to block Timmy Hill, though. Loses the spot to Martins. You want to race for the regular season championship if you're Schneider. You cannot have races that basically don't score any stage points. You're currently running 26, 2 laps down. 70 laps to go. You just cannot have that happen.
Hold your line, got 1 inside.
Tough to tell exactly where he's got raced to. We now have 3 cautions for incident. Cautions have been kind of spiraling out of control here late. Wouldn't be surprised if we get another one. He's still losing ground though from these guys just up ahead of him.
Car on the outside now.
Still doing everything he can to keep Timmy Hill and company behind him. 3 wide. Allgaier, Green, and Harmon off the exit of turn 4. They all battle for position. They're desperately trying to stay in front of Timmy Hill. I believe the 20th or 21st place car. I think in the 21st place car would be the first driver 2 laps down in the free pass spot. Ideally, Schneider's only a second and a half to 2 seconds behind him. Position-wise, though, he's about 5 spots back. He's still losing ground. Left side is in red. If they are, it's going to be for the custom schedule. Again, we're not moving up to the Cup Series until we win an Xfinity title. I accidentally did thinking I could run both points, but I could, but I couldn't own my own team for both. We're not running any Cup Series races for somebody else. Oh, car in the wall trouble! Austin Hill, that's going to be another caution. And again, we have split strategy at the front. Another yellow. Joe Graff Jr. will get a lap back, and the problem is Joe Graff Jr. is going to get a lap back, which means he'll easily get the free pass the next time as well. So that is now 3 cautions that have happened in less than 15 laps apart after, 2 laps after, I should say. Schneider pitted under green, sped because he blew a left front tire coming into the pits. Yeah, it's just unbelievable. I mean, he's forced to stay out. Not really anything else he can do.
All right, now, be smart out there. Going green.
Some of the lead lap cars pitted, but not all of them right there. Green flag back in the air again here at Las Vegas. 65 laps to go.
Still there?
Got into the side of the ball guy, trying to pinch him down and get to the bottom. By no means clear.
Careful, still there. You're all clear on the bottom there. Hold your line, got one inside.
Battle for the lead on the restart. Chase Briscoe, Austin Cindric side by side. Schneider's 3 wide middle between Mike Harmon and Timmy Hill coming over.
Got a car coming inside now.
25th. Here's Timmy Hill. Actually, Harmon's in 31st.
Got a car coming inside now.
Gets a little sideways. I think he's on fresher tires. That's what he's able to bumper some of these guys. Because he had that good of a restart a couple rows behind drivers he's racing around. Castle gets up into the side of Schneider.
Got a car coming inside now.
Oh, Castle got sideways off turn 4. Doing everything he can to hold it.
Hold your line, got one inside.
Ross Chastain back out in front. On stage 1.
Careful, still there. Got a car low now, got one up top. Car there on the inside. Still there.
Schneider again, it's just not in a good spot.
Stay on the bottom.
Car in the wall again, another caution. Josh Balicki's in the outside wall. More lead lap cars are going to pit, but again, not everybody. Schneider's going to pit for right sides only. He's going to top off on fuel, so it'll take him close to the end. He's going to take a full round of wedge out of the race car as well here. And increase the tire pressure 2 pounds all the way around. He can't get the free pass again. He's got the extra tires, all these cautions coming out late, might as well use them. I'll give him 1 set left the rest of the race. Pass awarded to Joe Graff Jr. So again, free pass will be awarded to the driver 2 laps down. If we get another yellow, another reason Schneider took 2 right sides. Flag back in the air, and he had to make major adjustments with that heavy left side damage. The Castle spun the tires on the restart. Big gap in between him and the car ahead of him.
All right, you're clear. Car there on the inside.
Contact between Castle and Schneider in turns 1 and 2. Schneider got loose off the outside. Taking that wedge out and taking only the right side. Just definitely going to loosen this 99 up quite a bit. Oh, and he's shoving bad. Timmy Hill just gets by on the outside. 57 laps to go. It's a race for 22nd.
Got a car coming inside now.
Into the back of Justin Allgaier. He wants to get back down to the bottom. He just can't do it. Up the middle. Oh, he got into the back of Allgaier. That stalled that run out by the 99. Tight gap between 15 and 0.
Top 3 easy.
That's still underneath him. Williams with the check up. Schneider. A shot out of a cannon off turn 4. He's up to 24th. Went down to the apron to get by Josh Williams. Well, feels like it's got a little bit more grip. It's on the loose side. Just as fast as you can hang on to it. It does feel 10 bit better than what it did before. Two fresh right side tires is going to help a lot as well. This goes green to the end. Schneider's going to be pretty close on fuel. I don't think he's going to make it to the end of the tires anyway, but a little more set left.
Car there on the inside.
It's about the third time Tommy Joe Martin has moved Schneider out of the way. Little portion of the race as he just got underneath him. You can see the contact and sparks flying there. He didn't need to do that. And he's trying to drive away from the 99. Caught that pack up ahead of him. Schneider is 2, and Martins is 4th position with Schneider. That's the problem. Car's still a little tight. The center of the corner more than anything else. Not really tight on exit. Not too tight on entry. It's more like right in the center. The car wants to move up the track. Again, it's just that aero effect. See what I mean? Like it still turns all right into turn 1. Flat out looking good below. That's getting desperate. All these cautions would have been wonderful if they just started 2 laps sooner. Really split the strategy up a lot with those guys in the lead lap.
Still there.
Schneider into the back of Jeff Green. Green's trying to block.
Stay on the bottom.
Gets around him for position.
You're clear there.
Joe Martin's up to 22nd. It's around Timmy Hill. Slide the tires.
Careful. Still there.
And it's 23rd. Literally only got one guy ahead of him in the free pass position. That would be Tommy Joe Martins.
Stay on the bottom here.
Loose off turn 2.
Got one peeking outside.
He's on the side draft to 0-70. He really wants to get around it. Center turns 3 and 4. Gonna get the drive off and clear. Ray Black Jr. off the exit of the corner. Down to the apron. In the trioval. He's doing everything he can to catch Martins. These cautions have been firing rapidly here. Have to assume it can strike at any time. Every caution's been worse and worse for Schneider up to this point. Of the 4 that we've already had in the final stage. But he's gaining ground back on that 44 car again. Just needs about another lap and a half, and he'll get around it. Gonna hope for more rapid cautions. I'll just not get with the rest of the race now. Of course, something like that would happen. Martins is right in front of him. Bill Dozer 22, welcome to the stream. Checking out the channel. 48 laps to go for Ross Chastain. I guess 46 to go, considering Schneider's 2 laps down back here in 23rd. He's underneath Tommy Joe. The free pass position.
Still there.
We got really loose off turn 2. Martins clears him again. Snyder getting desperate.
Car outside.
Slide job through 3 and 4. Barely clears Martins off the exit of 4. Martins going to drive it back underneath him. Schneider with a block.
You're clear.
Down to the apron. Going to take the shortcut now. 47 laps to go for him. 45 to go in the race. On a PS4. Be my counselor. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. We do these full race live streams and realistic broadcast every day, as well as other related NASCAR content. Well, usually every day, unless I'm at the track for race weekend. I'm going to Dover this weekend, so actually, we likely won't be streaming for the next few days, but usually it is every day. So you don't want to miss out on that as we progress through this NASCAR Heat 5 career mode. Championship mode. We got some NASCAR 05 mixed in on the side, as well as other related NASCAR content that you can't miss. I'll be doing a vlog this weekend at Dover.
Outside.
Second race I've attended this season. Schneider's making on the 15th, 14th, about to make it on the 13th place driver. He's going to drive himself inside the top 10. There's just 2 fresh right side tires and heavy damage on the left side of the car from blowing the left front earlier.
Car high.
Unbelievable. Stream at 1 o'clock at Miles and Monster. Putting up. Does Dover have good reception? Talladega's reception is terrible. I was trying to get that Logano crash to upload like as soon as it happened, and it didn't. By the time it finally uploaded, we were on the way back to the hotel after the race. It took like 3 hours for it to upload. 2.5, 3 hours. We were starting to drive northward. Oh no, I live in Northwest Ohio. I was just going to Dover for the race weekend. I love traveling to NASCAR races. We're at Talladega already this year. My goal is to hit every cup racetrack. My bucket list item right now, so I try to go to a handful of new tracks a year. Started that about 4 years ago. Well, started going to new tracks 3 years ago. Well, I guess this would be the 4th year of going to different tracks. 2018, 19, 20. I was only able to go to a couple last year because of COVID.
Alright, you're clear.
We'll go to a lot more this year. We'll bring it back up again, so that's nice. Jacob Comstock will be this year. Hey, you can be on the vlog though if you're more than willing. If I'm vlogging at that point in time, I don't know if I'm going to be vlogging right at 1 o'clock. But yeah, I will be being at the Miles the Monster Trophy for anybody going to the Dover race this weekend. I know there was 3 people in the chat that were going to the Dover race. Either last night or the night before that we had 3 people in the chat that said that they were actually going to the Dover race. I'm going there too. More the merrier. Well, except for the fact they're only allowed 20,000 fans. We don't have that many subscribers. They're not all going to the race either. Lippy's at 10. So I can go quite a ways on Fulia too. Yeah, that's going to help. About halfway through the actual tire run itself. Blows by Josh Bilicki. Right front starting to catch up with the left front. And it's still got 1 set of tires left the rest of the race. Oh, you're going to the Dover race too? My goodness. Got the whole channel going to the Dover race. It's unbelievable. I guess if you include myself, that'd be like five people we've had in the chat in the last couple of days that are going to the Dover race. probably got the furthest drive of any of them. It's not that bad. It's only about an 8.5-hour drive. And I say only because I just drove 10 hours to Talladega literally a couple weeks ago. So an hour and a half shorter. Honestly, that even at the same time, it will make a difference. Live in Delaware. It's easy. I got you. Yeah, always got to get to your home track for sure. And my home track would technically be Michigan, even though I live in Ohio. Only about an hour and a half away from Michigan International Speedway. I live in Northwest Ohio, so that's one point. Next closest track that's currently on the schedule will be Indianapolis, and it's about a 4-hour drive. It used to be Kentucky because it was 3.5, and they don't race it. Then Chicagoland is 4 hours away. They don't race there anymore. They're taking away all my tracks within reasonable driving range. And then Michigan's only got 1 race now instead of 2. Eldor's not on the truck schedule anymore. I was there in 2019 for the truck race, and they're just wiping out all the Midwest racetracks. I was quite a ways away from Iowa, so 34 laps to go tonight at Vegas. This is currently the longest green flag run we've had in the final stage. 5 cautions for incident total, 4 in the final stage alone. Schneider was trapped 2 laps down after blowing a left front tire and then having to pit. And he was speeding onto pit road after blowing the left front because he couldn't get the car to slow up. So he would have lost 1 lap for pitting, but then because he blew the tire, they gave him more damage, and then he lost another lap with that speeding penalty. So that is why he's 2 laps down to 22nd. He's the first driver 2 laps down. Nobody else is even 1 lap down right now.
Still there.
Not yet, at least. Chastain's rolling like a cheese.
Stay low, stay low.
We do have a handful of lead lap cars that will have to pit much earlier.
Caution's out, wave them
Never
off.
mind. Caution's going to wave. Caution's out again. Schneider's going to get one of his 2 laps back. That's the 5th caution of the race with 33 laps remaining. So he's going to stay out. He's going to conserve that last set of tires. You know what? Actually, he's going to pit. Schneider's going to pit right now. Decisions. He's going to have to because it doesn't make sense to save the tires. He's good on fuel and tires at the end. He's going to be the only driver 1 lap down, so if we get 1 more caution, he'll get the free pass, but we'll have to line back up at the rear of the field. We've seen a lot of cautions in the final stage alone, so here we go. Favorite driver's right there behind me on that banner, Ryan Blaney.
Are you ready?
This is Kyle Busch. He's the coach. Kyle Busch is definitely a very good driver, that's for sure. Definitely one of the greatest of our generation. Top 3 for sure of my generation. Well, I guess I grew up with Gordon. So I'd say top 5. Top 5 of my generation. Definitely got to put Harvick up there. As far as current goes, and then Johnson, Gordon, Stewart. Or I'd say top 5.
Still there. Car on the outside now.
Again, it's my generation. It's not all time.
Stay low, stay low.
Could definitely argue that Kyle Busch is the top 10 driver all time. Right now. Schneider has made some major adjustments to this race car. He's trying to get ground even on the short run.
Got 1 up top.
Damage is definitely going to hold him back some. He's got nobody to race the rest of this race. He's literally 1 lap behind the leaders because he's a lap down, but he's 1 lap ahead of everybody else. So all he needs is 1 caution to take him away from that slash free. Well, I guess it wasn't waving. Free pass gets pitted. Howard got really out of shape there.
Outside. You got room. You're clear.
There's just open for a caution.
Hold your line. Got 1 inside.
A couple of them would be nice. Getting as much track position as possible. So this is the final set of tires. Schneider cannot pit the rest of the race. Playing good on fuel in the end as well.
side.
In this final stage alone, 6 total in the race. We had 1 in the first 2 stages combined. It was on lap 10.
You're clear there.
In the entire race, when Brandon Jones crashed off turn 4. Watching in 2017. I've been watching Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart. I've been watching since I can remember. I was born in 1999. Tough to tell. Again, people have asked me what's the first race I've watched and when did I start watching NASCAR. I tell everybody the same thing. I honestly don't know. I've been watching it since I can remember watching it. My first race I could have watched could have very well been when I was 2 years old. Probably even less than that. I guarantee I watched the race when I was a tiny little infant. Couldn't speak, walk yet. I guarantee they stuck me in front of the TV my grandparents did. Just hooked on it ever since. Yeah, definitely a top 10 car. Again, we were 6th at one point on speed in stage 1, but the tire wear has just been brutal on this 99 car. Again, for whatever reason, only Las Vegas has been super brutal for Schneider compared to the rest of the field. Everybody else, he has managed his tires better at every other racetrack that we saw in Season 1. In Las Vegas, playoff race, he blew left front again tonight.
Alright, you're clear there.
And he was either going to be a hero or a chump with that strategy call. He ended up being a chump because he didn't get the caution until 2 laps after he pitted. He already fell 2 laps down. He finally got one of those laps back. He needs another caution to get another lap back. Epic battle for the lead going on between Chase Briscoe, Ross Chastain, and Riley Herbst is in the mix as well. Remember, Anthony Alfredo won the season opener at Daytona, so I go 2 different winners in the first 2 races of the season. Next race on the career mode at Fontana. First race in person was Dover 2017. Jimmy Johnson won. Yeah, that was his last career win. Heck of a first race to go to. Yeah, I never got to see Jimmy Johnson win in person. My first race would have been Michigan 2015 August, the second Michigan race. Matt Kenseth won. Only race I ever saw Matt Kenseth win. Never got to see Jimmy Johnson win because I'd only been... Well, I've been to a decent amount of races, I guess, but most of them were at the tail end of his career, 2018, 2019, 2020. And, obviously I would have seen him race a lot in those years, but so that's when I went to the majority of the races I went to, but never got to see him win. Seen Kevin Harvick, Elliott, and Keselowski all have 3 wins that I've seen in person. Of the, I guess this would be race 15? No, 14 different tracks, 15 different tracks this weekend. I'm doing my math wrong, that can't be right. Michigan 2015, and I went to 4 races, to Michigan, Kentucky, and Chicagoland in 2018. So that's 5. I know I went to 6 races in 2019. Both Michigan, Atlanta, Chicagoland, Watkins Glen, Charlotte Road. So yeah, that would have been the 6 there. That would put me at 11. And then 2020, I went to 3 races. You guys have said before you count the All-Star race, so I'm counting the All-Star race. All-Star race at Bristol, Talladega, Darlington, the Southern 500.
Careful, go there.
And then this year I went to Talladega a couple weeks ago. Do my math right, I've been to 15 races. and 11 different tracks. This weekend will be 16 Cup. This is only Cup Series, it's not counting Xfinity and Truck. So this weekend will be race number 15 that we'll have been to. Maybe another different track in Dover. Never been there. Never been to the state of Delaware. Never even been to Maryland. That's where we're staying. Chesapeake Bay, so that'll be pretty cool. High school 17 years ago. Way to make yourself feel old in the middle. No, I'm kidding, really. I'm kidding.
Car outside, hold the line.
The public eye. Christopher George, welcome to the stream. Finished high school today. Congratulations. Graduating June 4th. My sister graduates June 6th. That's Sunday. I would have graduated 3 years ago. 3 years ago this year. And guess your favorite racetrack is either Bristol or Chicago based on where you live. I don't live close to Bristol at all. I live like 8 hours away from Bristol. Bristol is my favorite track though. It's always been my favorite track since I was a little kid. I think it just produces the best racing. Especially a short track. It's just now with top and bottom overall, you know, great racing. Even if it wasn't a short track, it's just great racing. Multiple different grooves that both work evenly.
Careful, still there.
I'll be at Pocono for the double header.
You got a car high now?
I think by the end of the season, I will have seen close to 25 Cup races. I will have been to 2 truck races, 1 ARCA race. I don't know if you count that. It's under the NASCAR banner now, so I guess you can count it.
Careful. All clear.
So 1 ARCA, 2 truck, and I believe 2 Xfinity. So total, I've been to 19. This would be 20 if you count all 3 series, well, 4 series. But as far as Cup Series goes, it would be 15. So I'm only going to the Cup race. Schneider's running out of time for there to be a caution. Plus, he'd have to restart at the rear of the field anyway with the free pass. 11 laps to go currently for Ross Chastain. As soon as the caution comes out, the better for Schneider. It'll give him more time on the restart. Being at the rear of the field, again, you can't pick for tires. Buddy of mine that's going to Dover with me as well. When we leave tomorrow morning, it'll be his first ever Cup race. NASCAR race in general, I should say.
Time to go.
10 laps left.
Still there?
And again, just hoping for a caution.
Alright, you're clear there.
Chase Briscoe is just taking the lead in turns 1 and 2 away from Ross Chastain. Again, Briscoe won this race, second race of the year at Las Vegas last season. He's trying to win it again. That was the last time Briscoe's gone to victory lane in this career mode, so it has been an entire season since his first and only win so far of the career mode. Despite making it to the championship 4 last year, winning the regular season championship, just 1 win to show for. He's still been consistent, and now trying to break that 33 race winless streak. Oh, and we get a caution with 8 laps to go. This will get Schneider back on the lead lap. Again, he cannot pit. Finally, from 2 laps down, Schneider's got to unlap himself. He's got a decent race car. We're only going to have about 4 or 5 laps left when we go green. again, he's got to restart behind all those lap
Coming to
cars.
the green.
That's not what Briscoe wanted to see, is another restart. Green flag back in the air again at Las Vegas.
5 to go.
5 laps to go here at Las Vegas. Who will win?
Bottom's clear.
Briscoe got a great jump on that initial restart.
All right, clear outside.
Schneider in the back of Colby Howard. That really tied him up off turn 2, and he tries to block the 89 of Landon Castle. 4 wide into turn 3 as he pitches off the 15 again. Schneider is trying to hustle.
Stay low, stay low.
All these lap cars he's got to pass, and he's still trying to work his way around him. 4 laps remain. This car is rolling right now.
Car high, careful there.
Into turns 1 and 2.
You're clear there.
Made a pass on Joe Graff Jr. Moves the 68 up out of the way.
Clear high, bud.
Spent about 80 laps.
Clear high,
At
bud.
least 1 lap down in this race. Majority of them 2 laps down, but he's up to 19. 3 laps to go here at Vegas after that 7th caution of the race. Chase Briscoe trying to hold on and win it.
Clear high, bud.
Schneider looking to the upper lane now. 3 wide on Jesse Little and Josh Berlicki. This 99 is rolling. You wonder. Oh, contact with Jesse Little off turn 2. Got a little sideways.
All right, you're clear.
Pushing this car hard as he has pushed it all day long. Riley Herbst to the lead off turn 4. He just cleared Chase Briscoe.
Still there.
Schneider down to the apron through the tri-oval. 2 laps to go. Schneider sends it into 1 and 2 underneath Nemechek now for 13. Schneider might get a top 10 out of this. That'd be the goal position. Will they get to the white flag? If they do, the next flag will end the race, whether it's the yellow or the checker. Side by side to the lead off turn 4 between Austin Cindric and Riley Herbst. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go for Herbst to try and win it. And actually, that's Chastain, not Cindric, battling him for the lead.
Still there.
Schneider drives it deep into 1 and 2 underneath Alex LeVay for 11. Hemrick in 10th is right in front of him off turn 2. Schneider couldn't clear LeVay though off turn 2. That costed him a lot of time. Chastain trying to get the win with the last lap pass. Schneider wants to get inside the top 10, but he might be a little bit too far behind Hemrick as he finally clears Alex LeVay. Hemrick does slide up the track. Checker flag is in the air. Ross Chastain wins at Las Vegas on a last lap pass. Schneider comes back from 2 laps down to finish 11th. What a restart in those final 5 laps. After spending most of the day 2 laps down, he kept fighting. He blew a left front tire in the final stage on what was a near perfect pit strategy, but the caution came on 2 laps too late. Got both laps back in the final 35 laps with late cautions. Oh, man. Could have been worse. It definitely could have been worse. It helps that average finish out a ton. But Ross Chastain will go to victory lane on a last lap pass to beat Riley Herbst. 2 close finishes in the first 2 races of the year. And Chastain, who did not win all last season, will get his first win in the career mode. He missed the playoffs because he didn't get that win despite finishing 9th in the standings at the end of the regular season. But he's got the win now, and I'm sure that's a huge sigh of relief for the Kaulig Racing number 10 team. And Herbst finishes 2nd. Briscoe fell back to 3rd. Sieg 4th. The net rounds out the top 5. Cindric 6th. Alfredo coming off that win at Daytona. Another top 10 7th. Harrison Burton 8th. The defending champ. Jeremy Clements 9th. And Daniel Hemrick rounds out the top 10. Patrick, welcome to the stream right at the very end there. Saw us flying on the restart. And it looks like we had 4 drivers fail to finish. Mike Harmon, Austin Hill, David Starr, and we saw Raymond Jones on lap 10 wreck. Those are the 4 drivers out of the race. Decent payday. And we fall to 2nd in points. Anthony Alfredo currently leads by 7 points over Schneider for the regular season standings. What a roller coaster of a day for this 99 team. Just missed out on the top 10 there right at the finish. Chastain led the most laps with winning on a last lap pass. He led 125 laps. Boy, that caution really did wonders for him. Lead lap finish. Yeah, I know. We just got the free pass with 5 to go. We were hauling. If we would have gotten another caution like the forced overtime, could you imagine us restarting like on that inside lane in like 11th? How quickly it got? It wouldn't have been impossible to get the win. We were hauling. Made it more exciting than what it looked like for most of the race, I'm sure. From our standpoint, at least. Well, we're going to take a look at the shop. See what all's going on. And Tigers are down 4-2. It's like a daily, like mini. Oh, never mind. They lost 4-2. I just got alerted right after I saw that they were down 4-2 that they just lost 4-2 now. It's like a daily live stream. It's just like, oh, well, let's see what the Tigers are. How much are the Tigers down by today? How much are they losing by today? How much did they lose by today? Again, way to rally by this team, though. I mean, that's some championship caliber stuff right there. That is some championship caliber stuff. See if we can upgrade that suspension to a 90. That might help the handling. We were really tight at the start of the race, and we were constantly working on adjustments throughout the course. All the way to the end, really. That final pit stop, we were making adjustments. Yeah, we're not going to get those incentive bonuses likely for the simulated cup races. But Fontana will be the next race. We do have to finish in the top 10 to get that $46,800 bonus. We'll see. It's a bumpier racetrack. We'll be a lot faster than what we were there last season. I think we did get a top 10. We finished 10th there last season, 9th or 10th. So I expect to run well there again. It's a bumpier racetrack again, so that should play into our wheelhouse. We just had bad luck pulling that left front tire tonight, so definitely got to take care of our tires a little bit better in the next race. Not sure, again, what night that's going to be. It's just going to depend. Streaming purposes with me being on the road. I don't come back home until Tuesday, so at the latest it would be Tuesday. And yeah, second in points. Let's see here. Got to use the same Speedway chassis. We banged it up those last couple laps. So we might be a little bit slower, but we're getting there. So close. After the next race, we should be able to upgrade to a 90. We could upgrade the pit crew a little bit. I'll hold off on that. We might be able to upgrade, honestly, depending on how much money we get. Well, we probably won't be able to upgrade both after the next race, but we'll see. How much does Fontana 143 if we win? I don't know. We'll see. Good top 20. Top 15. But yeah. It definitely could have been a lot worse. We had to fight for that. I kind of wanted to start like a top 10 streak to start the year. Obviously, we only, finished top 10 the first race, but 11th and second, first 2 races of the year, not bad at all. Let's just keep chipping those away. You just got to fight to the very end of the race. We were so close to having that strategy pay off perfect. With all those late cautions, I think we could have won with that strategy that we had. It was not a terrible strategy at the start of the final stage when we took 2 tires instead of 4. It wasn't terrible because we were literally 2 laps off. Where if we could have made it 2 more laps, and maybe, honestly, we would have just hopped to the high side the entire run, we probably would have been able to save the left front enough to be able to make it, and, the rest could have been, we could have rewritten history there. We could have won the race. Having those extra set of tires with all those cautions late instead of having to come from the back those last 5 laps before we finally got the caution. With the free pass, all the lap cars to pass too. We could have had that, a caution or two prior to that. By that point, we could have already been in the lead and trying to hold on. Again, it would have been a very, very different outcome, that's for sure. All right, so we got the Speedway chassis ready to go. It's only going to be 86, 83, and 82 for Fontana. It should be 95, 90, and 85, so we're definitely lacking having to use that same chassis a couple races in a row. We did not take care of it at the end of that race. Plus, blowing the left front tire costed me to use a lot of it as well, so definitely a bummer there, but outside of that, though, we're looking pretty good. Again, trying to get the short track chassis ready to go. And short track chassis, by the time we get that 90 on the suspension going into Phoenix, that'll be ready to go. So when we get to Phoenix, we'll have a 95, 90, and 90. And that'll be a good testament to see where we're at as far as, like, if we make it to the championship for at the end of the season, you know, where we're going to be at on speed. And this is early in the year. We could still max out our departments by then. I think it's very well possible. Thanks for everybody watching again here tonight. Like, share, and subscribe, as mentioned. I don't know when I'll see you guys next. I'll be going to Dover this weekend. I'll be leaving tomorrow morning at about 6 a.m. I'll be out the door, probably be up about 5:30 in the morning. I'll have everything packed and ready to go tonight to save myself a little bit of time and sleep a little bit extra. But that's going to wrap it up. Again, thanks for watching once again. Enjoy the races this weekend. The NASCAR Fantasy Podcast will be up on Sunday. I can guarantee that. Might not be streamed depending on the internet, but I'll have a video up one way or another for the podcast. So tune in for that. And you'll get all my full in-depth predictions, fantasy advice for this weekend at Dover. Thanks, everybody. And again, have a good weekend.